Hiya Sammy, this is your Pi 4, and to test it I've plugged in Pi 4 power supply there. I plugged in my monitor there. Here we've got a mouse and a keyboard. I plugged the mouse on the top and the keyboard on the bottom, and I plugged in a wired Ethernet connector so that I don't have to change your password or anything for your Wi-Fi. I'll switch on now. This is with the larger card in. That's the smaller one. That's the 16 gig. The 32 gig one's in there. I'm going to power it up now, and it should come up on this screen. Patience. Got a little flashing cursor and something. It's probably important to use the right sort of power supply. I don't know if you're using you've got to use the Pi 4 power supply on the Pi 4. I think you can use this. I think you can use the higher power supply on the lower Pis, but not the other way around. Right, let's have a look. I'll call up a terminal. If you can see that, I'll do a top. See what's running. That all looks okay. It's saying we've got 8 gig of memory, and not using hardly any of it at the moment, so we'll quit out of that. If I do a df -h, that should show us how much memory's being used, how much of the SD card's being used. That all looks okay as well. Let's do a sudo apt. I already did this once, so I'm not expecting it to find anything. Sudo apt-get update, and sudo apt-get upgrade. I say I only did this about 10 minutes ago, so I don't really know what's supposed to be wrong with that one. Looks okay to me, but let me know. So I'll exit from there. I'll do let's just zoom out a bit. I'll do shut down from here. Wait until all the light stops flashing. And a bit to be on the safe side. And my monitor says no signal. I don't know if you saw that, it's gone off now. Anyway, that's it. So I'll power that one down and I'll move on to the other one. Okay, so this is your other Pi, and this is the 3. I realise what I said now about the power supplies is rubbish, because the one from the 4 won't fit this, will it? It's USB micro instead of USB-C. I had to change to a large HDMI lead. I've left the SD card in that was in it, plugged in the mouse on top, keyboard underneath, wired Ethernet again. I've not powered this one up yet, but here we go. Let's try this now. I switched it on. We've got a light. Are we getting anything on the screen? Oh, not yet. That doesn't look promising, does it? Okay, I shall stop this recording and make some further tests. Right, what I've done now is set your Pi 4 up, just so we can have a look what's on the screen, sorry, get some information. And I've taken your Pi 3 out of its case, and what we're looking at there is that should be 5 volts on pin 2. I've got pin 9 here is the ground reference. That's on pin 2. It should be 5 volts thereabouts at 5.2. That's good. Now looking at this diagram, on pin 1 we should have 3.3 volts. If I move this wire round to pin 1, make sure I don't short anything out, and we got nothing. So that's the problem. This power supply on this Pi, most of the board runs off 3.3 volts, and in fact also it steps it down again to 1.8 volts or something like that, I think, on the actual microprocessor. But the 3.3 volt power supply appears to be faulty, and it's not an easy thing to change, I'm afraid. It's let's get these wires out of the way. It's these little components down there where the power supply goes in, and get the camera to focus. Come on, focus. Doesn't want to focus. The light's not very good in here. Oh, there we go. It's some of those little components near where the power goes in, which are very difficult to fix. What I might try next is injecting some 3.3 volts from a stabilised bench power supply. See if we can get that to power it up. But even if I can, that may not, that's not going to fix it for normal use. But I'll stop filming now and have a go at that.